it's me. Hi. I was wondering if you might have 5 minutes. I'm out here doing interviews with folks on how they come to their beliefs. Do you have 5 minutes to spare for a short interview?
Sure.
Okay, great. My name's Lindsay.
Hi, Megan.
Megan, nice to meet you. How do you spell that, Megan?
M-E-G-A-N.
Okay. Do you mind if I record? It's for, well, I'm doing the interviews for my philosophy group that we have online. It's just a hobby where we talk to folks about their beliefs. I also have a YouTube channel where I put the videos so that we can all look at them. But I would just put your first name and not anything else about, other identifying information. Okay, great. Okay, so I have a 5-minute timer just so I can set some sort of a limit because I know your time is valuable. But if you want to keep talking after that, that's great too. Okay, Megan, first of all, what are your God beliefs?
God beliefs?
Yes, like your beliefs, but do you believe in a God?
Yes, I believe in a God.
Okay, which one?
I'm not sure right now, actually.
Okay.
I'm in a kind of a time of trying to educate myself and figure that out.
Okay, so what is it that makes you partially sure but not completely sure?
I'm sure that there's a God.
Okay.
Positive.
If you could put
there's
that...
something greater. I don't know. But I was raised Christian, Episcopalian. And I've just learned more about the other world religions as of late. And I've decided.
Okay, and I know this is probably going to be a hard question, but if you could put your confidence that there is a God, you're not sure which one, some sort of higher power, on a scale from 0 being not at all confident to 100 being I'm totally, completely confident in the Episcopalian God, or the Christian God. We're at 0 to 100. Where do you think you'd be right now?
8.
8, like 0, 8? Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. So 8 out of 100.
Oh, no.
Or 80.
80.
80 out of
like
100.
0 to 10.
Okay.
I don't know why.
No, that's fine. I know sometimes I talk fast, so the question can be confusing. Okay. Excuse me. So you're 80 out of 100, 80% confident that there is a Christian God. Okay. And what gets you to that 80% level? You said you were raised Episcopalian. Is there anything else besides being raised in that faith that helps you get to that point?
It's going to sound general, but I just think that the world is far too miraculous.
Okay.
And our bodies, all of the animals, plants, just the diversity and the chances of each and every person's existence are close to 0.
Okay.
I just think that can only be explained by there being some sort of greater power, God,
That created everything. Okay. And what's that 20% that you're not sure of that you did between 80 and 100?
I have this personal belief that I don't know what you would label it as, but the God that I believe in is the same God for every religion, and humans just fight over what it should be called. Okay. I don't know what the formal name for that is, if there's any, but that's why there's the 20%. Because the specific Christianity part of it sometimes.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's the fact that there are right. Okay, so it's the fact that there are different sects, different religions, and different sects of different religions that make you think that they don't necessarily have the right answer as far as which God is the right one, but it's more of you're thinking that there is just one God, one higher power, and everybody and people are just arguing over.
What to call it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what? So you said the evidence that you use to be confident that there is some sort of a higher power that created everything in the world is looking around and seeing how miraculous was the word I believe that you used. If scientists were able to find more evidence and come up with a theory of how the world was created, the universe, the world was created, all of life evolved naturally, and that had more evidence than maybe you've seen so far, would that change your beliefs on there being some sort of a higher supernatural being that created everything?
No.
If there was a satisfying scientific explanation?
I don't see how why science has to disprove the belief that there's something greater.
Well, I understand where you're coming from. I think I'm not phrasing it the right way. I would say more of...
Well, I would think, I guess I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So if that scientific explanation that everything, like for example, evolution, so that's a scientific explanation for how humans came to be. But the fact that there were living cells on Earth in the first place, and water and oxygen, and we were able to develop into that, to me is like...
And I think that's what we don't have a natural, like a totally satisfying natural explanation for. But so maybe instead of saying like scientific versus, religious, because I don't want to get into that sort of a debate, but more of a natural versus a supernatural. So by natural explanation means, we know that if we put fertilizer on the grass, it feeds the grass and it will grow better.
Yeah.
Or, I was just over at the Harvard Natural History Museum, and they had a case that showed all of the different pre-human primate skulls that have been found to show the evolution of humanity and higher primates. So if we were able to, humanity was able to put together a better explanation of how life began on Earth using a natural explanation, would that at all decrease your confidence that there was some sort of a supernatural creator God? No. So there's really no way then to know whether there is a creator God or if it's a natural explanation.
I guess so.
Well, do you see where I'm kind of going as far as if we can't know that it was X, Y, or Z, because even if I came up with an explanation, then for X, you'll just say, well, Y started X, or Z started Y, or further back.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, and because the reason the question's important to me, and I'm droning on and on about it, is because of what you mentioned before about how people fight over which religion is true.
Yeah.
So I'm out here interviewing folks and wondering if anybody can think of a way that we can determine which one is correct or not.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's such a big question. I think it would have to be everyone accepting everyone's particular view. I think, if your individual decision is to not believe or to follow Muslim traditions or Christian or Buddhist, we all just need to say, okay, like whatever, which will never happen.
Right. Well, because they can't all be true at the same time, right? Like,
that's like
that Jesus is the savior, or that Muhammad, rode to heaven on a winged horse. Yeah.
But I don't believe in organized religion, really.
Okay.
A God. I don't know.
So would you say that your belief in some sort of a creator God, does that affect how you live your life on a daily basis? Like, do you vote based on that, or do you?
I'm more grateful and I guess I appreciate all that the world has offered me and everyone else, like nature and things like that. But as far as my worldviews, no.
Okay. Okay. So you don't agree with the folks who are fighting over whose beliefs are correct then, and all those different things. Okay. All right, Megan. Well, I really appreciate your time. I know I've gone over the 5 minutes, but I thank you for explaining your views there, and I really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.